Hey now, it's Sharon. I'm back to share another idea on how to reform the police. If you're new to the channel, I'm a retired detective. I worked for 20 years for a southeastern city in the US, and I was also in the military. I'm sharing my experiences and my ideas on how to reform the police because I saw some issues, went through some issues, and policing needs to be reformed. And with that being said, I was talking to a friend of mine who recently just retired as a civilian. I've talked to other civilians and other officers. I talked to a lot of people within the last week who I used to work with. And two things they kept saying that was a constant. One of the reasons why they're so ready to leave or getting ready to leave or have left is because they said people don't care. People are getting into policing for the paycheck or becoming supervisors without the experience. They just want to make rank. And I remember watching Bishop Jakes, and he said, I wrote it down and I didn't want to get it wrong. Oh, he said, beware of leaders who lead you where they have not been. Beware of leaders who lead you where they have not been. And that was always an issue for me. I've had supervisors when I was doing UC work, and I had a particular supervisor that had never been on a unit, and he had never done undercover or plain clothes, but he was my supervisor. And some of the things he would tell us to do, we're like, no, we're not doing that. And it was obvious that he didn't have the experience, but he's a lieutenant, because in my mind, he tested well on paper, but where was the experience to go with it? And it's just interesting to hear all these people, like I said, people that are getting ready to leave, people that want to leave, people that have retired. Their issue was dealing with folks that don't have the experience or the want to know. Because if you want to get into this craft of policing, why wouldn't you want to know the history? Why wouldn't you want to learn it and experience every aspect or level of policing, if you will, from patrolling the neighborhoods, walking the beats, doing UC, to instructing, to going out amongst the community as a liaison, and then get into the supervisory part of it. But I saw it too when I was there. I've been retired for like 4 years now. And I saw a lot of people just testing well and making rank and not having the experience. And I used to be staunch on, how do I put this? Okay. If I ever got into trouble, let's just say, this is what I used to say. As a supervisor, if you don't have the experience, you can't take my gun and badge. You're gonna have to send somebody else with more time, more experience to take my gun and badge. You can't do it. I didn't respect it, and then, I took a step back, and I understand people want to make money at this job, but you can't chase the money if you want to work in policing. That's a no-go. If you chase the money, that means you're going to cut corners. Cutting corners usually means the civilians lose out to some degree. We'll just leave it at that. If you're getting into policing to have some power over people, that's an inner issue. Don't do it, because you'll eventually head to federal court and lose just about everything that you have. But yeah, I just want to share that little bit with you, talking with folks who have either retired, want to retire, or just trying to get out because of the individuals that they see coming into policing. And some of them are still there. They just want a paycheck, or they want to make rank really quick. And you can't do that in policing. So I believe Bishop Jakes had said the right thing. He said, beware of leaders who are trying to lead you where they have not been. And if you get into the supervisory position as a police officer and you have no experience policing, How does that work? Show me where that works. But yeah, I just want to share that little bit with you guys. If you're new to the channel, take a look at our online store. The link is in the description. And I've created some notebooks. The links for those are in the description. And always remember, you don't necessarily have to go through a thing to learn from it. Talk to you guys later.